Hey, listeners. Today's episode is brought to you by Kind Bar. Kind is deeply committed to crafting food with real, recognizable ingredients, a disruptive notion that sparked the creation of a new, healthy snacking category. Kind is unapologetic in their efforts to challenge the status quo, to shift the food industry, and empower the community and our listeners to make better, more informed choices about their health. Kindness can be a transformative force for good, and that is why we are teaming up with Kind to bring our listeners 10% off or 15% off for military, teachers, students, first responders, doctors, and nurses. Go to podgo.co/kind. That's podgo.co/kind. Kind Bar, creating a kinder and healthier world. One act, one snack at a time.
Across the line, let go stream. I've been in Tampa Bay, around the horn, and home again, 'cause that is the sailor's way.
Welcome back to the Old Colony Cast, a podcast about all things Plymouth and surrounding areas. I'm here today with our editor-in-chief, Fish.
Hello.
I don't know why it's in chief.
I liked it, though.
You like that?
That's
I think that might be the thing, editor in chief. And that other voice you hear is our, so she's more popular than me. I get it. Is our co-host Hannah.
Hello.
We all like her more, Andy. It's fine.
Everybody likes her more. I like her more than me. So, was that real sympathy? Or are you being patronizing? Because I can't tell anymore.
Neither can I.
So, Hannah. Not what, but who are we talking to today?
I think do I need to introduce them?
I mean, I can introduce them, but I just feel like we kind of have this thing where I was turning and be like, "What are we talking about today?"
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
I'm like, why are you we can ask him. No, well, special guest
joining us from an undisclosed location. Definitely not Russia. Definitely, probably,
maybe,
probably not Russia.
Yeah, 60-40.
All right, fingers crossed.
Is the man behind the Instagram meme account, which I just learned that meme accounts are a thing. It's Plymouth 4Hundy.
Plymouth 4Hundy.
And we're joined today by Mr. Hundy. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. And I also would like to say, it is, I actually go by it or that.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Yes.
And that's in my bio.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to mix up my...
Oh, it is.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to clarify.
As well as an Easter Island head.
Oh, that's an animated Plymouth Rock.
Oh, okay.
Really, Hannah?
It's Easter. It's an Easter Island head,
It's a Moai.
also known as an Easter Island head.
Yeah.
If you're not nerdy enough.
Oh, fighting.
I know, I feel like I've picked a fight that I can't win.
We're here not to talk about you guys and your nerdiness.
Well, the fight, it's not a fight, I get it, it is what it is, Hannah's right, but, if you look at it, on my page, that is the Plymouth Rock sideways talking.
I like it.
Thank you. It was the closest I could get.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's Plymouth 400's anniversary, and people have been building towards this for a decade now. When did you decide to do this account? Was it... And why, really?
Well, I hate to toot my own horn. Just kidding, I love tooting my own horn. But it was early October 2019, and I was like, there's Plymouth 400s out there, but who else is really amping up Plymouth 400th anniversary, and how can I make money off of this? To be honest, that's how it started. And I'm super embarrassed to say that the way that I started was a total flop. It started off by just me being a really bad artist, but having Photoshop and just kind of bullshitting some graphics that I thought were kind of funny that related to Plymouth, and trying to sell t-shirts through one of these websites where you can just put the PNG file on a hat or a mug or something. And I gotta be honest, I sold only one item.
Did Bring Benny's Back was one of them.
Bring Benny's Back was a graphic. And I thought it would have sold better, but also there were a lot of funny graphics, and I think people just didn't trust the website.
I didn't know those were actually for sale. I still thought it was just a joke meme account making joke potential t-shirts.
Oh, so you didn't realize they were real t-shirts.
Wow. I didn't realize people might think that.
So I totally would have brought a Bring Benny's Back shirt, because who doesn't love Benny's? And now I'm bummed out. I thought it was just a joke.
I mean, it was just a joke. To be honest, I mean, like, when I started, like I said, I thought, how can I make money off of that? But I didn't think I actually would. It did start as a joke. Me and my roommate started it as a joke. And it was never actually supposed to make money. I just thought, hey, it would be kind of funny if I did. But those are actually for sale. I have a real website where I actually make the money. And I've made, I think, $3.70-something off of it so far.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Are you donating that $3.70 to charity, or are you keeping that for yourself and buying a lake house or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to really say whether I'm gonna, save it up until I can buy a lake house, or like probably just go and get some chicken at Speedwell tomorrow.
Oh, it's giving us clues where we can find them.
That's a good investment, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep your ears peeled,
Yeah,
people.
there's going to be a big turnout at Speedwell tomorrow.
I mean, those clues are out there. I think people know where they can find me at this point. It's
So part of it is that you are anonymous and you've been keeping people guessing. Was that an intention? Is it because you're famous already and don't want more publicity? Like, what's the reason behind that?
I'm definitely not that famous already. And I was about to make a joke about how I am already famous, because that would have been funny to talk about. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep this pretty honest. No, I'm not famous already. I want to keep my anonymity because I might touch on some risky stuff. I haven't decided yet. I already kind of do. I definitely already have town manager Melissa Arrigi's attention. If I even pronounce that correctly, I don't really care. But I definitely have her attention, and I would just prefer nobody knows who I am if I can help it.
I did see that you had posted some things in regards to issues involving her, and that was going to be a later question of mine. I mean, did you think that... Like, I'm always surprised when I hear people, like, hear the podcast, or people I don't know, or we get fan mail, or things like that. So were you surprised when you, like, hit her radar? I feel like I'm cutting off Hannah.
No, I was just, like, cracking up. I've been literally losing my mind looking at those memes. Very good.
So when you made those memes, did you expect her to find out? Were you surprised that she found out?
To be honest, I don't know for a fact that she's seen them. I'm just assuming that she has that kind of intel. I don't think that she would not have seen them. And I think that she may have approached me for a cease and desist at this point. If it weren't for the fact that I think she might be trying to dig and find out actually who I am first, and maybe approach me with some kind of lawsuit. I don't really know. I've been told by a number of people that follow me, some of them who say that they know that this could happen or whatever. And to be honest, I don't like really think too much into it, but it's just been more and more people lately. And so, like, I don't know. I just figured maybe she's trying to, like, hold on to her hand until she knows what she has. So, I mean, I'd rather keep my anonymity anyways. It's not just her.
Yeah.
I think that, like, the jokes kind of soil themselves if you know who made them. And if you don't know who's doing it, then you kind of think this person might be more like me. Whereas, I mean, if you met me in real life, I probably ain't like you.
So, a meme account, which I am now learning is a thing. Like, I'm familiar with memes, and I suppose I knew meme accounts existed. I didn't really think about them as having huge followings, but you're getting a really substantial following. Is that a surprising part of the plan? I mean, are you selling more of those T-shirts? Are you bringing back the old designs? Like, what's the master plan here?
Well, the almost 2,000 follower thing, like I think I'm about 50 away right now. And I posted a pretty fire meme relating to Harry Potter, relating Harry Potter houses to Plymouth Community Intermediate School houses today. And I think it was a really good meme, and I've been getting some good traction on that. So I'm hoping that kind of gets me closer to the 2,000 mark today, if I don't breach. But it's a big surprise. I actually never intended to get here. And the more followers I get, the more close I get to shutting the whole thing down. I don't know what to do with all these followers. You know, it's like, how much do you really say about Plymouth without repeating yourself too much? But, I mean, I'm willing to keep trying as long as people keep engaging. Like, I didn't plan to know what to do with this many followers, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to figure out what to do with them. As far as the T-shirts, I mean, I sold a decent amount on the first release, which was really cool. I was happy that, you know, there were any sold at all. I was talking with Nocturnal Print Company, who, by the way, that's who, in case you didn't notice, I was tagging them and whatever, but Nocturnal Print Company here in Plymouth is who I use to do my printing. And, you know, we were talking and we were both surprised that we sold as many as we did, but, you know, it'd be cool to, like, you know, get to really big releases, and I plan on releasing more. I'm going to have one more release before Christmas. I think I'm probably going to try to release more than one T-shirt for this one. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, depending on when people hear this, I don't know when this podcast is coming out, but people might know about the release before they hear the podcast.
Yeah, this will be post-Christmas.
Yeah, right, perfect. So, hope y'all like your T-shirts.
Yeah, it's just interesting that, like, you know, because as I'm sitting here and you're like, oh, I don't know how what to do with this or how long, because I was initially going to be like, oh, you know, what happens when it's the 401st anniversary, you know, does Plymouth 4Hundy go on? But then I started thinking about it, I was like, I mean, look at how much, you know, traction the blue building had. I mean, that thing went on forever.
Yeah.
And to this day, my kids still crack jokes about it.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of memes about that, and like all the Photoshop jobs and stuff that, like, you know, some of the people did on All Things Plymouth. And at the time, that was like, I feel like that was like November last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, I was 1 month, not even a whole month into having Plymouth 4Hundy when those started coming out. And that definitely gave me a little bit of motivation to, like, start doing something a little creative with 4Hundy. Although I wasn't quite doing it yet, but it definitely got me thinking about it. But yeah, that blue building, man, it's not blue anymore. It's actually there. There's like stores and stuff. Still not too sure how to feel about that and the obstruction of the view of the water. But you know, whatever. I'm just a kid from Plymouth, you know.
I don't think Plymouth will ever be short of, like, our,
There's always going to be something.
like,
you
our
know?
height, like, whatever the symbolic blue building.
Well, I mean, there's
Like,
this whole summer we dealt with one-way traffic, and I
Yeah.
feel like that would have been a rich.
we will always have a blue building
Yeah.
to talk about.
There's always going to be something going on,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just interesting where it's so hyper local. And do you ever reach beyond Plymouth?
Only a little bit. It's like what do we have outside of Plymouth that we relate to the most? You know, like the Independence Mall is our mall too. You know, it's like when I was growing up, we didn't have the Shops at 5. We didn't have Colony Place. We had the Independence Mall. You know, we had Debbie's Petland and Aquarium, and like we had the pretzel shop, and like we had the great steak and potato. And that was my mall too, you know? Like, yeah, I reach into Kingston for the mall. I don't do much reaching otherwise. I feel like we've always kind of had what we needed in Plymouth. I definitely don't need to reach outside of Plymouth for bar activity or Plymouth local music scene activity, because that's all based out of here. Same with like the local art scene. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna reach, like I recently did something about, like I follow Kingston Collection. I don't like calling it that, but like I follow Kingston Collection on Instagram, and they were recently saying that Santa is doing Zoom calls this year. And I mean, we haven't really talked about it yet on this podcast, but hello, this is 2020 and this is COVID winter. Like, the mall Santa doing Zoom calls instead, I think is really funny. And but that's my mall too. That's as much out of Plymouth, I think, that I really care to reach, other than if there's another town that's starting their own meme page, I share them.
Are there a lot of towns with a meme page? With a meme page?
I mean, I've just started to notice them. I've been followed by I Love Middleborough, and honestly, some of their content is, I mean, it's really funny to see it. It's very Middleborough, and I mean that in the best and the funniest way. It's very Middleborough. There's often a large blow-up holiday decorative ornament in the yard of photographs. I picture this person to be an outdoors person who's like a person of the people. Probably gets around the neighborhood, checks in all the places, goes for like local hikes and stuff. And I just want to give her some support because she doesn't seem to get it, but she's trying really hard. And I think that's worth something. And then also Pembroke has 2 pages that followed me recently. And I'm open to more following me, and I'll share them too.
Middleborough is always ends with Plymouth over being the biggest town in Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah. They're the second biggest. Just want them to know that.
And we have that on as fact.
Yeah.
I can brag about that right now. I want to, if I can, I'd like to.
Yeah. I because someone tried to challenge me on that the other day, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And obviously went and like Googled it in front of them. And
so, is that a potential meme war coming between Plymouth and Middleborough?
Well, I think that meme pages and any kind of Instagram pages with a lot of followers, which neither one of us have, but hopefully someday we both do. I think the way that they exist is by creating conflict. I mean, that's the way anything exists and continues to exist, is by creating conflict between each other.
friendly competition.
Friendly competition, friendly conflict. Yeah, like I'm gonna continue to give I Love Middleborough shit on Instagram and share their stuff and be like, "Yo, look what Middleborough's up to." Because it's funny, and also because it's going to give them some attention, and I hope that they like return the favor. But
is this the I Love Middleborough page that you're talking about?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, have you gotten any pushback or negative comments, or has it been mostly positive about what you're doing?
Everybody loves it. There's been no negative feedback so far. And I mean, like, you go through the comments on my posts, there's not even negative comments. Actually, there was on one post, I remember. There was one, I can't remember what it was anymore. I think I was really drunk the night that I had posted it, and people started really going at each other over it. And I didn't really care that much. Fell asleep, woke up hungover, saw the comments. I think I said a thing or two, moved on. I might have deleted the post. I'd rather not have anybody start fights on my page, on any of my posts, because we already have All Things Plymouth for that. And it's so toxic that, like, why start it here when, like, it's a given? You could breathe on All Things Plymouth and get the attention you want. So, yeah, keep it there, not here.
I was gonna say, what I've noticed for the most part on like everyone's interactions with the things you post is a lot of people are like, finding something to connect with. Like there was one about was like going on a some sort of a ride, kid friendly ride, but it's not so kid friendly. And smoking in your car, and then you like see the nerds from your school or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And a bunch of people that like I know were tagging like a lot of people in it, and they were like, "Look at this."
Hannah, that's called a blunt cruise.
Yeah, I know what it's called.
Is that
Gonna be bleeped out?
That's
Is that why you didn't say it? I just wanted to make sure that it was like actually said, so it had to be bleeped out. I'm gonna make fish work for this one. Again, that's called a blunt cruise.
I wasn't sure if we would allow it or not, so I was working my way
Not
around
a
it.
swear.
I wasn't sure. I don't know.
well, like
Weed's legal.
That's true.
Like we out here.
And then you just posted that one today about PCIS in the Harry Potter houses, and a lot of people are going wild for that.
Yeah, you know, I think I have a lot of followers, interestingly enough, that seem to relate a lot to, like, you know, what, if you were to go back to grade school and characterize people, as people do, in grade school. Yeah, there's a lot of people that follow me now that seem to refer to themselves as goths, or, you know, that sort of person. They seem to, like, I don't know. I do my research. When people follow me, I usually look into them a little bit, unless your page is private. Yeah, I think that actually a lot of people would have wished they were in Mercury House.
what?
Yeah, like I posted that meme today, and I was like, yo, if you were in Mercury, then you're a Slytherin. You know, I feel like a lot of my followers would prefer to have been a Slytherin, so they wish they were in Mercury. You know, like...
I guess I know what you're saying, but
Okay,
All I can say is Hannah looked at me aghast, like, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell
Yeah.
Mr. Hunty's talking about.
yeah, neither Andy nor I went to school in Plymouth
yeah.
ever.
Sorry, wish you could relate, but
Oh, yeah, no, this is one of those things where it's like, this is hyper local, and it's like, I got nothing.
you guys missed out.
I'm not really
Yeah,
trying
I guess so.
I'm not trying to track down the Townie Bridgewater meme page because I just don't care.
I don't blame you. I'm the one who runs the Plymouth local, hyper-local meme page, and I don't care either. Honestly, it's usually funny. It's like, I don't plan this stuff ahead of time. Like, if I think of something, especially on a day when I'm hungover, if I think of any kind of meme at all that I think might be remotely funny, I post it that day because I'm like, thank God I thought of something. I don't have memes planned for tomorrow. I don't know if that was a question you were going to have, like, yo, do you, like, stack them up? I guess we can get to that one eventually. Well, no, I'll answer it now. I can tell that you guys probably have those questions in mind. And let me just tell you, I don't stack them up. Every day, I have to think of new stuff to talk about. Except once in a while, I'll make some that I decided not to post that day because I thought of something funnier. And I'll be like, all right, maybe this will be relevant tomorrow. At the most, my memes don't go more than 36 hours without being posted.
Now, do you have like a set schedule? Like, do you post every day? Do you post 2 every day? Like,
No, sometimes I post like 8. And sometimes like I skip a day because I'm like, yo, I'm late. I had way too many beers last night. I don't want to even look at my phone because my eyes hurt.
did you?
no,
Oh, I thought you were going to ask a question.
I might have at one point. It's totally gone now.
have you had like one post that outperformed all the others? Like, is it what is like Mr. Hundy's greatest hit?
All right. I have 3 posts in mind when you say that I'd like to talk about. Sure. First of all, the one post that most outperformed any was on Thanksgiving. And it was a chart. And it said, what gives people feelings of power? And one of them was money, one of them was status, and the other one, fill in the blank on the meme template, is living in Plymouth when it's Thanksgiving. Obviously, people in Plymouth are like, oh, I gotta share this with my college friends, and so I'm home for Plymouth Thanksgiving, whatever. And I totally get that. That's what I used to do. I used to be like, dude, if you want to come Plymouth, tell my roommates in college and stuff, dude, come to Plymouth for Thanksgiving, it's so cool. And it really is actually, because you look at our parade and stuff, it's for a small town that a large landmass town, but we're what, 61,000 residents. We're not in an enormous place, and we have a fairly quiet downtown, other than the Main Street T-bone scene and whatever else, but the meme totally took off. I'm not surprised, because here we are. We're America's hometown. We're the home of not the first, second, or third Thanksgiving, but we think we're the home of the first one. And I know that because I recently listened to a podcast put out by these guys right here on the Old Colony Cast.
So what are the other 2 memes?
All right, so yeah, I have another recent meme that totally blew up, and it was actually a submission, but it was submitted anonymously, so I'm not going to share who made it. And I do have a few of those here and there. And I also want people to know, I do share your memes if you submit them anonymously, and I do not share who you are if you say that you don't want that to be known. Keep that in mind. I'm not picking and choosing, I'm not making fun of people or whatever. Submit something if you want, or don't. And tell me you want recognition or don't. But anyways, I had one recently that was actually an old photo. But it was one of those, police monitors that gives you kind of an update in writing. And it was submitted anonymously. And it was kind of just this, snarky, uplifting meme of a sign about how Water Street is pretty much always under construction, aka working on itself. And yeah, that was a big one. And I got to give credit where credit's due to the anonymous person who submitted it, and I couldn't agree more with them.
So if someone wants to submit something, they can just send it to you via Instagram?
Yeah, DM me. And if you want to make it even closer to what you think you want me to see, make it using the free app Mematic. That's what I use. Not to advertise here, because I had to pay them. I don't care for them. But honestly, it's free. But just make it in there and send it to me, because odds are you're only going to find the templates that I have access to as well. So it'll make it easier. Or just take a photograph from the internet and send it to me, or send me any photo and just be yo, make a meme like this. Honestly, however the hell you want. Health doesn't get bleeped out, right?
Sure.
It's a place.
Yeah. That's probably where I'm. What? All right, go on.
Is there a topic that you wouldn't like? Or is there things that are off limits to Plymouth 4Hundy that you're oh, we're not gonna touch on this, or we're not gonna go there, or we're not gonna. I can't. Obviously you've talked politics, but
I talk local politics. I'll talk about what's going on locally. I'll talk about the local stir. I'm not going to dive into, national politics because that is absolutely obnoxious. And if anybody knows anything about national politics, all of it's a game of positioning and none of it makes sense or matters. I mean, local politics is funny because you can put like a face to it and be like kind of educational, Like, I don't think that half of my followers knew who town manager Melissa was before I started memeing about her. However, I started memeing about her, and I think people started liking those memes because they were like, cool, this is a really easy to digest piece of information presented to me humorously, and I guess I'm just gonna be like kind of understanding what's going on now. All right, I guess the town manager is spying on somebody's emails on the select board. It's a pretty common sense thing. There's nothing to hide. Versus, there are things that I don't post about. One of them, obviously, like I said, being national politics. And another thing being, I don't bash on local business. Like, sure, I've grown up in Plymouth. I have some businesses that I don't totally agree with. Am I going to make a meme about them and 2,000 people see it and, put them down and not want to go to them? No. They might actually have a real good following of people that, just aren't, I probably know people that go to those businesses, I think any Plymouth business should have the opportunity to succeed. I think the number one rule in anywhere, but I'm going to make sure anybody listening, and I try to make sure anybody following me knows, number one rule in Plymouth is don't be a dickhead.
Fair? Yeah. It's interesting, as I'm sitting here, listening to you talk about what you're doing, whether you intended to or not, I think you kind of stumbled onto one of the oldest and, in my opinion, best ways of reporting. Memes kind of get a lot of their ancestry from the old political cartoons. And you have the Daily Show, which is, in my opinion, one of the best news programs out there, but they do it through humor. It's making it funny makes it more approachable, and it doesn't have to be stuffy. Was that an intent, or did you just kind of stumble into being Plymouth's Jon Stewart? No pressure.
I'm going to skip the Jon Stewart reference, just because I don't really know or care much about any celebrities. I know who Jon Stewart is, but I don't know enough about what he's done or said because I don't watch him, nor do I watch any nationally political comedic program. It just doesn't matter to me. I'll watch the reruns when they end up on the internet, but I don't watch the shows. But to circle back to the core of the question, I never meant to be anything. I started this page as a joke. I thought I might get 130 followers because I figured, I don't know, there's probably 130 idiots in Plymouth that know me. They would be like, oh, this is kind of funny. I'm not going to buy anything, but, and then it just turned into something else. And then I took about I don't know, I might have taken a 6-month, 7-month break. I took a long break. I was discouraged. And then out of nowhere, this Instagram account called All Things Plymouth with a Z, All Things Plymouth, came about out of nowhere. And I felt threatened. I thought, you know what? Yo, I already have 400 followers, bro. I've already got the spot cornered. Don't try to take the humorous Plymouth meme, or at the time not meme, but don't try to take the wind out of my sails here in Plymouth, being like the funny Plymouth page. Honestly, because like it was threatening. Like actually, All Things Plymouth was doing like really cool stuff just by like posting like a video of like a sandwich completely defaced at midnight on like the sidewalk on a Plymouth sidewalk. And honestly, that's probably not funny to anybody else. It's probably only funny to me. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, that's supposed to be mine. I'm supposed to be the one making this content. And so I felt threatened and I came back. And I started tagging All Things Plymouth in everything that I did. And whoever ran it started tagging me back and stuff. We were sharing each other. They got to like 300 and something followers. I got to like 200 and something because of them. And yeah, it was like nothing at that time. This was what? Probably no. This was probably June this year. July maybe. July 2020. Summer. I was at like 200 followers. Or 230 maybe.
So you've gone from 230 this summer to almost 2,000 in 6 months?
Yes. So at some given point, I think All Things Plymouth made a meme. But they didn't keep at it like I did. So they made a meme, and that gave me an idea. It told me, well, I know Plymouth really well too. I can make memes too. And it's literally just because of the page All Things Plymouth that I even tried. Otherwise, I was like, I had given up before that. My fake, cheesy, stupid online clothing company had failed. And I was kind of done. But then I made my own memes. And I was like going back and forth with All Things Plymouth on Instagram. And then eventually they disappeared. And I had no idea why. But I kept making memes. And they are still disappeared, by the way.
That's why I was just trying to look them up and I couldn't find it.
No surprise. They are gone. But I'm still here. And no, it was never me. I was not All Things Plymouth. Many people have asked me. Thank you for wondering. But no, it wasn't. But yeah, I guess that's the only reason why I actually went for it. All Things Plymouth challenged me. And I said, no, I'm more Plymouth than you, bro. And that was it.
What does next year hold for Plymouth 4Hundy?
I've gone over this a number of times in my head. I've thought about expanding. I've thought about becoming, like maybe changing my handle, being, for lack of a better term, because I haven't come up with anything. I considered being something like South Shore Meme God. That's a terrible name. I never want to make myself God. Or like, something like that. I've thought about it. And I decided that at the core of everything that I've done, I'm going to remain Plymouth 4Hundy. I think it's the best title. I think it's humorous. I think that it represents the people that follow me so far that made me who I am. I think that I may even forever be able to come up with only Plymouth content. I can't guarantee it, but I think that if I can continue to come up with enough Plymouth content, that like people can continue to follow me, then that deserves 61,000 followers. Just gonna put that out there. There's 61,000 of you out there that are residents. Please follow.
Okay, I'm sorry, just the moment of the two of them sitting there, confused, and then just the dawning light over both their heads at once. It was super subtle. Like,
Mouse
like
1000.
like the good news is no one listening saw you.
Yeah.
The bad news is I did just tell everyone.
It was pretty funny.
Oh
It was
my
pretty good.
God. I literally was like, what? 61. I get it now.
So, I mean, technically, Hannah and I shouldn't be following you because we don't live in Plymouth.
I live very, very close to Plymouth, though. I'm a literal stone's throw from the line.
She's a
Why do you keep...
Plymothian.
Plymothian. At
Wait,
heart.
Hannah, why are you throwing rocks into Plymouth?
Whatever. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not judging.
She's
I'm just...
writing 1620 on all of it.
It's my day-to-day. No, literally, I am right on the line to Plymouth. South Plymouth, which is just another area of Plymouth that's so far away, but I'm right there.
Now that after this podcast, hopefully more people understand that the initial attire wasn't just a joke, that it was a real thing, like the shirts that you could actually order. Are you going to bring back the Bring Back Benny shirt?
So this is part of the plan of 2021. I'm going to do, like I said earlier, I'm going to do one more release this year, which obviously people aren't even going to hear about on this podcast. It's going to be before this podcast. So, again, hope you like your t-shirts, guys. Please continue to order. Thank you. I love you. Yes. For the rest of the year in 2021, I intend to do limited releases. Except I don't intend to keep the online store. In fact, it's already done. I've removed it from my bio. And every release I do going forward, I'm going to be doing with Nocturnal Print Company here in Plymouth. He is my official partner for collaborations, and so I recommend following Nocturnal Print Company on Instagram. I don't know if they're on Facebook or not because I don't really care about Facebook or Twitter or anything else. Yes, I brought Facebook back recently. I'm probably going to delete it again. By the time you guys hear this, Facebook's probably going to be gone again. Sorry. But yeah, no, it's just like Instagram, that's where it's at. I'm going to be doing releases of old t-shirts that I made on my original site. And there's going to be some risky content. Honestly, it all started much riskier than what I do right now. And I'm going to keep pushing the limits. That was a real big sigh. I don't know what else to tell you. It's kind of content to follow. I'm going to have some big decisions to make if I release things or not. But I had some risky old graphics that were on that website, and I've had people message me saying, is this real? And that they want it. And I might have to just release it. We'll see.
All right. Hannah, do you have anything in closing for Mr. Hundy?
No, I just, as a Plymothian, I find true appreciation in the things that are shared, the memes that come off that. Of Mr. Hundy's
Well, I
page.
think we're all big fans of Mr. Hundy. Mr. Hundy seems to be fans of the OCC. Can we call ourselves the OCC, or is that super pretentious?
No, that's what I feel like. People have naturally started calling us that.
Really?
Yeah.
People actually said that?
Yeah.
People talk about us.
Yeah. To me and me alone, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Everyone I talked to about the podcast is in this room.
So, Mr. Hundy, do you have anything in closing? You mentioned that you're on Instagram and any other places people can find you, or anything else that you want to add?
Well, like I said, my Facebook, by the time you guys hear this podcast, is probably going to already be deleted again. I have a Twitter. I never post on it. I only post on it when, I want to post a style of meme where it's just like a screenshot from Instagram. And so I just type something down on Instagram. It's just like a random stream of my thoughts. And so, follow me there if you want. I'll put at @4Hundy on Twitter. Aside from that, before I get into my last piece of information, I just wanted to say, if you guys want me to start referring to you guys as OCC or hashtagging it or whatever I can do for you guys to, kind of get the ball rolling even more and get even more people involved and listening. I mean, that's kind of the point of this podcast, but also, I'd like to keep it going even more because I want you guys to have even more attention. But, let me know if there's something I should do or if you have something you want to tell people right now to my followers.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Perfect. Aside from that, and seriously, thank you for listening. If you guys are coming here from Plymouth 4Hundy, I appreciate that you came here. These guys are awesome. I listen to their podcasts all the time. I've listened to just about every single one of them at this point, and I'm continuously entertained. So definitely tune into the Old Colony cast.
You can skip the one about the Food and Wine Expo. I might have been a little overserved.
Good. I'm gonna listen to it anyways. I've listened to every single other one of them. I think. I don't really know for sure, to be honest. I mean, it's been so many days, but I've listened to a bunch of them, and I definitely recommend that you tune in. There's a few in particular that are directly related to Plymouth that I recommend at least going in and checking those ones out. Aside from that, I'm here right now with these guys, and I promised to myself, mostly, and also I told Hannah that I would do a t-shirt giveaway. And so I would like to maybe think about how to do it, because I haven't really thought about it. I have a t-shirt giveaway option right now, and I would like to include the Old Colony cast in it. So this episode is going to come out at some point soon.
January.
January. Do you already have a date?
It'll go January 14th.
January 14th. That's a month before Valentine's Day. Fellas.
Well, they're listening to it right now
Think about
on January 14th.
Today, yeah. Today's right now, I'm speaking in this day. It's a month before Valentine's Day, fellas. Get your gal the right thing, or maybe it'll fit you or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's do a t-shirt giveaway. I say we release the t-shirt, or all right, I want to work with you guys. We're going to have to commit right now to making a post on Instagram on a certain day, and people have to comment a certain word on the Old Colony Cast Instagram post. Those people are eligible to win, and one of their names will be drawn from a hat.
What I think we should have them comment and share.
Comment and share.
Comment and share. You have to comment and share. Comment on and share the Old Colony Cast Instagram post. You have a certain thing you have to...
I have an idea.
That's right. Andy's raising his hand.
What if they comment their favorite store at the Kingston Mall and share the post?
Yes.
Okay.
Comment your... Well...
Not current store, any store.
Any... That's right. You can comment your favorite 1990s Independence Mall store or kiosk or restaurant at the food court. And I am not going to pick one just because you said the Great Steak and Potato. Because that's my favorite. But if you say it or not, doesn't mean anything. All right? I'm not playing favorites here.
It's typically when you see a contest like this on Instagram, right? You comment.
Yeah.
Tag a friend.
Okay.
Right? And you share, but you should also be liking both, following both accounts.
You should.
Those are the rules. Those are typically the rules.
I'm going to go ahead and say, make sure that you have to like the post, tag a friend, and in that tagging comment, say your favorite place from the Kingston Mall. the Independence Mall, Kingston Collection, either one, from 1989 when the mall was built until now. And you also have to follow Old Colony Cast. Those are the requirements. I'm assuming if you're getting this far, you already follow me. If you don't, you are actually doing this all wrong. And I don't know what you're thinking. Thank you for listening for an hour so far to me talk. I don't know how you got here. Anyways, feel free to follow me at Plymouth 4Hundy on Instagram.
Is this where we stop talking?
No.
No, it is.
You will be receiving a t-shirt. I would just, however, like to let you know that I only have a small, medium, large, and extra large. If you are larger or smaller than that, please feel free to win this t-shirt for a loved one.
And I think now's the part where we stop talking.
Jesus.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. You can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or on Instagram at Inebri-art6. You can email us at Inebri-art@yahoo.com. And make sure you listen to the other podcasts on the Inebri-art Podcast Network, including Bar Talk, Old Colony Cast, Retro Redoctopus, America's Hometown Horror Podcast, and our newest one, Theme Park Legends, a podcast about working at theme parks. What else? And we'll catch you again next time.